Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. So, both managers have been speaking ahead of a huge game on Sunday. Liverpool against Manchester United. Now, I know Man United are 10 points clear at this moment of time of Liverpool, but these games are never that simple. They never go always to form. I know Liverpool have been the better side and have beaten us a lot over the last couple of years, but I remember back in the day when Man United were the best team, winning league after league after league. Liverpool would always pull out a performance against us. And I think that old cliche of form going out of the window applies here in this game, because it really will, especially at Anfield against Liverpool. And it's going to be a difficult game for Manchester United. But in the form that we're in, we can get a result and we can worry Liverpool. And from the sounds of Jurgen Klopp in his press conference, we do have him worried. He's been praising many of our players, as you'd expect, but also talking a little bit of nonsense as well that makes you think, is this geezer losing the plot? What is he talking about? But we'll get stuck into all of that very, very shortly. Before we do that, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, liking, commenting, sharing. And yesterday, I asked you guys to subscribe to the club because we were trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. We have already done that. We've done that. So thank you very much for helping us hit 100k. If you're not a member of the club already, which is mine, Rory and Boovy's channel, then head over there. The link's in the description and subscribe right now. We'll be live for the game on Sunday. But nevertheless, let's get stuck into the news and the reports that we're hearing from this game and from the press conferences ahead of this game as well. And we hear that Jurgen Klopp says on Rashford, he scores worldies, he scores the simple ones, he can put his head in, all these kind of things. We have to defend against that collectively. He is not their only world-class player. He says there are so many things much more important than football in life. But in and around these football games, we all pull ourselves out for a little bit of this not so nice reality and dig into this game. I really like that when football is the most important thing for 98 minutes or whatever. I love it. The whole world will watch it. I would watch it if I was not here. It's a big game and I am really looking forward to it. He's got that right, to be fair, because no matter where you are in the world, you know, Liverpool versus Manchester United is a huge game. It's one of those games that you turn your attentions to, and it'll be the same case on Sunday. Klopp was talking about Casemiro, and he says Casemiro is linking up with Fred alongside him. The man marking way they defend makes it really physical. They also have the counter attacks and the other winger, whoever that may be, i.e. Jadon Sancho. He did say, though, it is obviously not a team built up for the next 20 years because of the players they have signed. It is for now, but now they are really good. Is any team built for 20 years? And look, Lisandro Martinez, we signed him. I don't think he's here for 20 years, but he's here for the future, the long-term future. The same could be said about Anthony. The same could be said about Terrell Malacia. Okay, the same can't really be said about Casemiro, but you'd expect to get a good 2, 3, maybe 4 seasons out of him at the age that he's at. Christian Eriksen, although, he's not got 10 years ahead of him, still got a couple of years ahead of him, and he was a free transfer. So I do find it a real weird one. No team's built for 20 years, and a core part of our team is quite young. You look at the likes of, look, I know Rashford's is 25 at the moment, still got many years to improve and a peak ahead of him. You go from back to front. Same can be said with Lisandro Martinez, Delo, Terrell Malacia, either young or got many years ahead of them and chance to improve and get better. You look at Anthony, Sancho, Garnacho is another one. Kobe Mainoo's coming through, Zidane Iqbal's coming through. So you got all these players that are relatively young, and can improve and get better. So I think he's talking absolute nonsense. No team is built for 20 years. And he does sound like a manager that is a little bit worried. But I also think you have to be a little bit wary of this Liverpool team, because they are a very good team. They challenged for all 4 trophies last season. And although they're not in great form at this moment in time, talking about 20 years, they've been playing Milner in midfield for 20 years. They still have players that will pull out performances, you know what I mean? And I think Cody Gakpo showed good signs recently for them. Darwin Núñez has been scoring goals and making a nuisance of himself recently. They still have players that can turn it on in the midfield, like Thiago Alcantara. So these are players and a team that are dangerous. You can't underestimate them. But we're in good form. We're going there. Hopefully the likes of Casemiro will be starting the game. Rashford will be starting the game. The manager's given a positive update on Luke Shaw and Jadon Sancho, saying he expects those two to be back in the squad. If Luke Shaw's back, that's a huge boost to Man United, because he's absolutely quality, both defensively and going forward, and from set-piece deliveries as well. I think our set-piece deliveries on a whole have improved. Bruno Fernandes was whipping some great crosses into the box the other day, and created a lot of opportunities for Man United, clear-cut opportunities as well. And I think, we're getting better in loads of different aspects. Then the manager's getting his tactics right. But nevertheless, this is a difficult game and Man United need to be wary. But I'm confident we can go there and hopefully get a result. We also have an update as well. Let me just find this on the takeover from Jamie Jackson. It says Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani and Sir Jim Ratcliffe are expected to hold first meetings with Man United over the next fortnight regarding their respective bids to buy the club. If no agreement is reached before the end of the season, this may put a deal in jeopardy. The new owner would ideally want to put in place a transfer policy for the summer window. I think we expect any deal, if it's done for the club to be sold, to be done before the end of the season. So I think that kind of goes without saying. I think the Glazers are dragging their heels. I think their tactics in selling the club replicate their tactics in transfers at times. Go all in there, then pretend they don't want it, and then all just bargain and this, that and the other. They're trying to get the most value for money. They've obviously got two public bidders there. You've got other people in the background that will be lurking around and maybe putting in bids privately and stuff like that. I think this will get resolved eventually, hopefully positively, with the Glazers leaving, although you're getting these kind of signs that they may not and stuff. I think, do you go this far down the line if you're not looking to sell? Be a little bit of a strange one, wouldn't it? But nevertheless, that's an update on you. These bidders need to check out the club's finances, documentation, etc., before they can put in, their proper serious bids. And with the renegotiation stage as well, they'll want to see the books and things like that as well. So these things are expected to happen, but it's not expected to happen overnight. Going to be, multi-billion pound deals. It's not going to happen overnight. You're going to need lawyers in there and all sorts, and these bids to take place and one to finally be accepted. I've got a feeling it will be the Qataris, because the Glazers dragging their heels. It's going to come down to who bids the most, and I think they're the ones with probably the most cash to be able to do that, make that happen immediately. So that looks like where we're going to end up, but we'll get some more updates on that as and when it happens. So keep it like, comment, share, subscribe. Big game this weekend, as I said. We'll have more content up for you over the weekend as well, plus reaction to the match. Paddock alive for the game, the club alive for the... So much going on. So make sure you keep it locked. Subscribe. See you in a bit.